So today I just wanted to review a couple of books that I've read recently. It's part of one of my, I wouldn't call it a resolution, but I'd call it a challenge to try and review every book I read this year. I reviewed quite a lot of books from my blog last year, so I will leave a link to that below. But yeah, so recently I finished reading The Uglies by Scott Westerfiled. Now this is a book I've been wanting to read for ages, years, but something sort of, funds weren't there and stuff. I always had other things on my mind, I was doing other things, and I finally got around to reading it, and I really enjoyed it. I think I gave it 4 or 5 stars on my Twitter feed, but there was kind of one big problem with this book that I really didn't like, and that was the character of Tally in the book. Tally is the protagonist. I just didn't like it. If you've read the book, you know that Tally befriends this girl called Shay. I adored Shay. Shay was fighting for this freedom in this dystopian world, and she really was one of these people that wanted to go against the government and go against the conformity of society, and she wanted to have this own little world, and she invited Tally into this little world, and I kind of think that Tally spoilt the world for Shay. I don't know, Tally took over Shay's supposed boyfriend, and Tally just to me seemed so two-faced, and that she was an undercover agent for the government anyway. I don't know if we're made to kind of not like her, and because she offers herself up at the end of the novel as a guinea pig, if you will, that kind of forces us to like her because she's made the ultimate sacrifice to become a pretty. I don't know, but I think the general plotline is really, really good. I think the way you'll just jump straight into the novel and you're immersed in this world that's so far off in the future, and there's like little side anecdotes about the world of the Resties and how they lived and how they didn't have hoverboards and stuff like that, and there was no metal grid, and how trains could just run in straight lines and people just chuck stuff down. I think the comments made about society by Scott Westerfiled were amazing. It's just incredible. Yeah. So I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. I'm eager to read the next 3 books in the series. I want to find out what happens. So I may be ordering one at some point. I'm going to try and read a few more books before I order another one, because I've got so many books ready to read that I haven't read. Yeah, 4 out of 5 stars. The second book I want to review is Insurgent by Veronica Roth. This is the second book in the trilogy, and I completely devoured the first book, which is Divergent, and we're moving on to the second book. So this book series takes place in a dystopian world where there are 6 factions, and you get, at the age of 16, you sort of decide what faction you get put into by an aptitude test. Our main character, Tris, is a Divergent, and Divergent basically have multiple fractions that they can do. Normally it's 2, but Tris has an aptitude for 3 fractions. So the second book is basically Tris's grand escape. After Tris's escape from her faction, because there's this huge sort of upheaval in the government system where a couple of fractions have united to try and overthrow other fractions, and there's this huge split in the world in the minute. The second book I kind of thought wasn't as pacey as the first one. In the first one, Tris becomes a Dauntless member, and basically Dauntless are meant to be the brave and action-packed, so you get a sense that the training is going to be hugely actiony. That's a word. But for this, it was a lot more talk about what's to be done, so I'm expecting a lot more action in the third novel. There was a lot of action at the end, and what I will say is there were a lot of character twists in the novel. I'm going to have to put up spoilers before people watch the video, because I kind of could see Will being a double agent, and that kind of stuck out to me in my mind, that he was a double agent the minute I knew he was working with a bad guy, because even though he himself is a bad guy, I kind of thought for when he was escaping with Trish and that he might have turned sides, and his sides might have changed his allegiances. But yeah, I wasn't expecting Tris's brother Caleb to actually be like a double agent. I wasn't expecting that. That was a huge shock to me. I kind of did expect Tobias' mom to be a bit nasty, and all the stuff that his dad's done, all the abuse on him and his mom, I don't know. I kind of want to find out more about that. I don't know if he's getting his side put across. I kind of want to find out more about that. I'm really looking forward to the third novel. It should be out this year, I think. So, I'm currently reading Between the Shades of Grey and Thomas Hardy's Far from the Madding Crowd. I will let you know how those go. Bye guys, have a nice day.